back to Interview with the Vampire. The show just kind of keeps getting better for me. The introduction of Claudia was a big game changer. A vile hunger for your hammering heart. Oh. Ugh.
Fat fingers, please stop. Woman with purple shoes, please.
That's pretty screwed up.
Let my dog live.
Oh, that's so sad.
Please stop. It's a kill list.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a teenager's handwriting. I'm trying to think of something more fucked up than this.
Yeah,
How is your work any different?
What?
Or what do you think will happen to Mr. Dulac when you publish this book? Force their way inside and paint the walls with his blood.
So that's what he wants, then?
Look in the mirror.
You just lost a lot of blood. Are you okay? You sure you're not a little woozy?
Opinionated young man. He lives to share these opinions even when they are not solicited.
I like to do that too.
What's he taste like?
I didn't ask that.
You were thinking it.
Can you get out of my head, please?
Honey and pineapple.
And I wouldn't let you near my neck if you
62.5 kilograms.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle this. Like, if you're gonna be in my head the whole time, I'm gonna dip. I really despise that. Fuck you too, Rashid.
Closed record state.
My parenting is
Sadistic.
Quite.
so save your words when it comes to Claudia.
She's in there because of you.
Ça suffit.
It's both your faults, but yeah.
Don't do that. It's private.
Should not do that. I don't know if I would have the willpower to resist the temptation, though.
Am I gonna be a virgin every single time I do it? Won't my skin down there grow back like my hair does when I cut it?
Jesus.
That's fucked up.
Guess you better hope and pray your top man to clean up good.
Where are they?
You gonna let him do this to me?
I read some passages out loud, I'm afraid.
Ooh,
Hurtful
shit.
words for both.
Looks like he is.
Now miss 3 feet below the river line.
Jesus. Well, I would say you did not clean up after yourself very well, Claudia. How deep did you bury them? You're a vampire. You could bury them like 50 feet deep if you wanted.
6 bodies, was it?
6? Try 56. Fleet of corpses like it was judgment.
56 bodies. Oh my god.
Must have drowned in the hurricane. First words out of my mouth. Finger here, a foot there, a toe.
Interesting.
Hell, one poor woman was missing her left.
Sounds like there's a maniac on the loose.
Most of the poor fools they hooked
I
out
would
of
say
the body
Claudia has very much lost what humanity she had
Don't be too
left.
startled if the police come knocking on your door. Tapped on the shoulder from the fraternal order. Both things can be true.
I see. Oh.
Am I speaking with the owners of this townhouse?
You are. And can you explain your presence in it?
Well, we've had a few...
Can you explain why the fuck you're here?
Young maid, not 2 doors over. You often leave your daughter alone with access to illegal spirits?
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, is she drunk?
Found this, sir.
What is it?
We sell.
Shit.
To various American cities.
To a lot of them. Oh, Claudia. That's disgusting, dude. Ugh.
A garbage collector.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm getting ready for bed.
Excuse me, miss.
Oh, my.
Well played.
Now, this is my crimes against nature. That comes with a 5-year prison term if convicted.
You really want to press my buttons specifically? Probably would have killed him on the spot.
We'll be watching you, Mr. Dulac.
Of course, that's
So
what you
much
want.
wine in his blood.
You wanted her. You fix her.
And beer and whiskey.
Doing this.
Oh, that's why you're drunk.
Remember our life.
The pitch black ocean floor.
It's a colorful way to
Who
say
am I
it.
supposed to love?
Oh,
You two have each other. What human would want me? Perverts? Like the uncle at the rooming house who used to watch me pee?
ugh.
Or little boy?
I still say you definitely don't look 14 years old, but enough. You look young enough to let me buy it.
Which one are you gonna fuck me?
Ugh.
You're not my type. I like a full of.
Shut up, Lestat.
How about you shut the fuck up?
He treats us like shit and you take it. Why is that?
That's a good point.
Who is the devil ever made to refuse me one love when you've got two?
I don't think he really loves you at all, Claudia.
White girl, down Algiers. Sings torch songs with a flat no nothing else.
Oh.
Bone you, Uncle.
She called your ass out. Pretty good right there. If I was Louis, I'd be pissed.
I'm using my oculars.
Don't worry about it.
Barely breathe.
But I was breathing.
Makes a good point as
Maybe I'd
well.
have a handsome husband by now. That'd be fine too.
He'd probably just have died, Claudia.
Making dinners, nursing babies.
Ouch.
I had no words for her.
Yeah, I mean, can't blame
Words
her.
were there.
Poor dear. She wasn't held enough in between ritualistic murders.
She spent every night
I feel bad for her.
decade with no friends.
Beautiful song. Still, he was Charlie Manson.
Is that all you think of her?
That is also a good point.
Mostly. I also think she makes you and Frenchie look like a couple of whiny existential queens. Probably why she's a fucking gold mine. The girl they
Jesus.
crave.
You can put the diaries in a proper context.
Context.
Like, you can, but that's not gonna change how some
Warn the
people just
world
view it.
about a forthcoming sexy Claudia Halloween costumes. Or
Be careful there, Malloy. Be careful.
amongst the suburban Sylvia Plath. Once you put it out there, they decide what it is.
That's
She
true,
can get
though.
away from you.
She'll be back.
No, she won't.
She'll be back.
There will be no roaring 20s for us.
Now, what were you doing in the library?
Oh, look who it is.
My mama works here. She cleans.
Haven't seen him do anything since Stranger Things.
You can read. A little thief. You're coming with me.
What are you gonna do after that?
I'm not going to enjoy this interaction, man.
After you turn her in. After it makes you feel like a big man.
It's like I could tell from the eyes, but thank you.
As the depression set in on the knee, ignoring all other duties of the role.
It's a big raccoon, dude.
The unhappy
It's a fat raccoon.
The absence of metaphor is so striking.
You sound like every pompous Sorbonne student I've ever eaten.
Read the first 10 pages of every book. Pass myself off as cultured.
Well, at least you're listening.
Ooh, called out, called out.
Hapless human I'm gonna kill in a few hours anyway.
Got to hear my own funeral.
Nah.
No lie.
That would be kind of neat. I'm just saying.
Didn't have much to
A little gang of vamps.
Little fang gang.
Little fang gang. They're doing a good job making me trust and like this guy, which is making me nervous. I'm like, I'm getting a little about the whole situation.
You're welcome to it.
I'm getting very close.
There's good things in that book. Manners. How to be a nice young lady.
I managed just fine.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
He was a bit sloppy out in Jefferson City.
Yep, I am officially uncomfortable.
You, Claudia. You are being rude. Shall show neither annoyance nor disappointment. No matter what happens.
Excuse me? So...
There are 4 pages torn out.
I'll repeat myself. I will not exploit her. It's clear what happened.
Yeah, it's clear what happened. That's...
She wrote about
Ugh.
it, and I'd like... When
Yeah.
you do that, Louis...
I honestly don't think you need to read that.
However noble the reasoning over me and torn out pages...
Don't ask again.
Okay, noted. That's really fucked up, though, to, like, pinpoint his specific weakness and thing he's afraid of. That's really fucked up.
Got that?
Mr.
Yeah.
Dulac would like to apologize.
Deserved. Very deserved. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna kill me? You can't. You need to publish this story, right? Shut the fuck up. You deserved it. Now we can continue.
Still recording.
Again, he shouldn't have pushed for those pages. I agree with Louis that, like, that's kind of fucked up, man. But he took that way, way too far. I mean, yeah, go fuck around with your hoe, whatever. I don't care. What was her name? I'm sorry. What's up?
We're headed north. You're not my Louis. You can't be.
That really hurts, dude. That, like, really hurts. Wow.
I prayed myself old, thinking what to do about you. This is how it has to be. For me. For my family. You understand?
Sure. Wow, dude, that really hurts, actually.
With no obvious sense of why I follow them, other than meaning slowly disintegrates without them.
Oh.
My companions in immortality.
That's so screwed up, but it's also sweet. It's really complicated.
To be Louis' sister.
I mean, that dynamic, honestly, might be a whole lot better than whatever the fuck was going on before. Overmatching. Oh, no. Can you just let us have a nice moment, man? Like, we can just let this be nice.
The prodigal daughter.
I put you both in a bad spot. I wasn't right in my head. I am now.
Apology not accepted.
Really? That's actually a pretty decent one.
Daughter, the true and dead.
Wow.
I plan to leave for that part of the world as soon as I
To
can.
do laundry before you fuck off for good.
A quick stop to pick up Louis.
Oh. Ooh, this is about to get a little spicy.
What I've read is lies, then tell me what's true.
Honestly, though, just say it. You could stop it.
I never asked. How did Charlie taste?
You asshole.
Never really know.
When he's scared, he ridicules.
Destined to live an inconsequential little life.
And we took it from her.
That's right.
We cursed her.
Come with me, Louis.
Honestly, I want you to go with her.
Louis.
I thought I could live without you, but I was wrong.
Louis! Louis!
His love is a small box he keeps you in. Don't stay in it.
I agree.
Nights of sulking and the first sight of her, you were just gonna up and leave me!
Yes, I really think you should. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, this got a little more than spicy. Oh, my God. Shit. I'm really loving this. Like, the music, the visuals they're using here, this is great. Oh, fuck. That scared the shit out of me, dude. You said you needed a moment. It clearly looks like you were not cool.
Control my temper!
Oh my God. How can you honestly claim to love either of these people if this is what you do?
Let him go.
It was never you.
Ouch. Again, I could just be not remembering the movie, or it might have been something they just took out of the book, but I don't remember anything like this. But this is extremely intense. Jesus Christ.
Waited. In vain.
You forced him into this, dude.
As I love you, it would help me a great deal.
I don't think you're ever gonna get that, Lestat. Because unfortunately, he does love you.
Quivering.
As twisted as it may be.
Hateful lips.
Call me.
I respect that. I wouldn't answer the question either.
Anything for you.
Poor choice of words, though. So why can you not fly? How do you learn that ability? Why does Lestat know how to do all these things? Yeah, that's gonna be a long recovery time. Yeah, Lestat, if you thought Claudia had contempt for you before, oh dude, like, she's gonna find a way to kill you at this point. I'll be very disappointed, actually, if she doesn't find a way to kill him, being completely honest. Alright, that was really, really good. Let's discuss. So this was another episode to focus pretty heavily on Claudia, but I feel like more than the last episode, we got a good dose of every character, or every main character here. I actually really enjoyed all the scenes with Malloy and Lestat, or Louis in the modern timeline, because this, subtle tension that's been there for a long time, it's really building up and kind of pouring out more and more. I mean, just at the start of the episode, Louis was really pushing his buttons on purpose. He was like, I don't really like what you're thinking, and I'm gonna make you as uncomfortable as possible right now. And I think Malloy took that to heart and tried to do the same with Claudia, which resulted in the very screwed up scene of him messing with his Parkinson's disease. It's something that this show continues to do, actually, where they really allow you to sympathize with some of these characters in very pertinent ways and everything, but at the same time will showcase them moments later as extremely cruel, or at the very least misguided. Claudia is a great example of that, because again, I do feel bad for her. Her whole situation, Louis and Lestat did take her life away from her, and that being the case is very screwed up. So her being so upset and lashing out the way she does, it makes sense. She's also trapped in adolescence for forever. But at the same time, 56 bodies washed up that she had been taking little heirlooms with home. She's a very twisted, fucked up person as well. Nobody here really has their hands clean, which is a neat way to do the story. There's a lot of modern storytelling that's really getting into that kind of gray area when it comes to characters, which I like. The de-evolution of their home life and relationship I thought was very well done. Obviously it's, dramatized with this vampire element, and they're, stuck in the same house for 7 years, I think they said. But it is showcasing what real life relationships go through in terms of, just getting bored and complacent. Lestat is going out to, fool around with this girl that he thinks is a talented musician because, she's more interesting and more interested in Lestat than Louis is. But I also don't feel much sympathy for Lestat because, man, you caused this whole situation to begin with by manipulating and forcing, Louis to say yes to becoming a vampire. Just saying. Claudia going off to, find herself, explore the world, get out of the house. I think it's something that character, desperately needed. And it seems like since returning, even though she's not a completely different person or anything, it does seem like she has matured quite a lot. And it's very unfortunate that part of that is because of the implied rape scene that happened. I'm very thankful that they handled that as tastefully as you can while still having that be a part of the story. The fact that they cut away and Louis even said, which seemed like a wink wink to the audience, we all know what happened. Exactly. I don't need to see it to understand how brutally horrible that is. And I'm very thankful that they did not fully exploit that situation. I still don't necessarily think that you need to have juvenile characters be raped in order to find their maturity. I think that is a common trope that needs to be squashed. They do that on, Game of Thrones. I'm hoping they do not do that on House of the Dragon. It's just something that is used in storytelling many times to, again, make the youthful, innocent character go through this horrible, traumatic experience, and they come out the other side, a cooler, more hardened character. I don't really like that. But it doesn't seem like that's, exactly what they were doing here. And as I said, they handled the actual scene very tastefully, and I am appreciative of that. Seeing Grace say goodbye to Louis was very heartbreaking, much more heartbreaking than I thought, because I still hold quite a bit of resentment towards his family over the way they've handled some of these situations. But it's clear that it really was tearing her up, that she has always felt, you know, her brother is just a shell. It's just a different person entirely than her brother. So this is her way to find some closure on that. And I actually don't blame her. I think that probably is the best move for both parties, as hard as it is. Like, that was a very heartbreaking scene. And then, of course, the big finale, which, holy shit, dude. It was heartwarming to see Claudia and Louis, come back together again. It's clear the two of them genuinely love each other in a way that is at least a little bit healthy, unlike what's going on with Lestat and anybody else. It's quite interesting, too, that Claudia does seem to be just the thing that ignites the fuse for these two all the time. Like, when she left and they had their miserable 7 years together, it was miserable, but they weren't physically attacking each other. They weren't constantly at each other's throats about it. They were, annoyed and peeved all the time. But as soon as she re-enters and does try to take Louis away from Lestat, that just sets it all off. At that point, it couldn't be stopped. And I was actually quite shocked to see how vicious and brutal Lestat was to Louis rather than Claudia. Again, Lestat doesn't care about Claudia. He didn't want to turn her into a vampire. He didn't want to be her dad. He didn't want her. When she left, he was like, good. I'm glad she is no longer a pest in my life anymore, even though she clearly was, because Louis could not let it go. And rightfully so. Like, Lestat's focus has always been Louis. And it's clear that frustration of waiting and waiting and waiting for Louis to become the person he has always wanted him to be, which is terrible, I might add. If you love someone, it needs to be for who they are, not what you want them to be. His frustration just boiled over at that moment. It was, it could no longer be pushed down and dealt with at a later date. And to see just how brutally he attacks Louis, like, that was really fucked up. And I love that last shot of Lestat landing, just looking smug and, the clear victor in the whole scenario. And Claudia's just absolute rage towards him. I'm like, oh, she's gonna get you, man. Like, that was officially the tipping point where, again, now she doesn't want to run away, I don't think. I think she wants to kill you, which I do too, honestly. I don't quite see anyone rooting for Lestat at this point in time. And as always, the production value of it was quite good. There was a lot of special effects in this episode that did stand up, but there were a few that were, not bad, but could have been better. Like the shot of the POV of Louis, like, falling after Lestat lets him go. I think that looked a little shoddy. And there were slight little bits during the fight scene where you could tell it was an effect being done, but it was still very well done at the same time. And that gives this episode an 8.8 out of 10. I don't remember if that's the same score as the previous episode, but it might be. And I did really enjoy this one. I think the story is ramping up in a way that is getting me very excited to see how it concludes. Like, I am kind of desperate to know what's going to go on with Claudia and Lestat at this point. I'm very excited and nervous, to see how it all plays out. And again, that subtle tension that was always present in the first episode, it's just gotten more and more overt with every episode, especially in the present day storyline. So again, you can just feel this imminent climax coming up that I am extremely nervous about. I'm looking forward to it. So I will see you all on that next one, and that's about it.